Hello, hello. Welcome back. It's episode 16 of My Wife's Unavailable. I'm your host and life coach, Chelsea B. And I have here with me today, not one, but two lovely people. One normally fills in for my lovely wife, but does not need to today because my lovely wife is the other lovely person here. Hello, Emma and Margaret.
Oh, hey.
Hi, guys.
Oh, hi, guys. What's up?
Not much.
We have a special episode today because it is our friendiversary episode.
Yay.
Friendiversary. Yay.
Yeah. So Maggie and I have talked about this a little bit already on the pod, but it's really a triangle friendship, like, and sometimes it's just one line on one side of the triangle, like whoever's chatting. Sometimes it's you two, sometimes it's us two.
Sometimes it's the three of us.
Yes. A
Yeah,
lot
like
of times.
today.
Yeah. But yeah, our friendiversary, we marked it on our last episode. Well, actually, we didn't mark it, but we confirmed it's September 20th.
Yes.
So, yeah. This will be the week of. And how many years has it been?
What year are we in?
Anybody know?
I think it's 5.
Really?
Because you moved here July 4th of 2019.
Yeah.
It is 5.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It really didn't take too long. I mean, it took long to become friends, but
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah. And why was that, Maggie? Just kidding.
Stubborn.
Yeah. Maggie had her walls up, but you know what?
Got some barriers, got some boulders.
I'm like, yeah. And I didn't really care. I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure we're going to be friends and we'll just give it time.
Chelsea busting through the barriers.
Yeah.
Again.
For
It's
sure.
just like when I see something, like not just like, oh, I see a person, we're going to be friends, but like I could see like in my future's eye, I was like, no, I could be friends with that person.
Yeah.
And then it probably didn't help that you were like, nah, I don't want to be friends. And I was like,
Challenge accepted.
trust me, you want to be friends.
Oh, yeah. You were up for the challenge for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, no, September 20th marked our first softball game, which we had right before COVID happened. We had a really fun, but really not great softball team going. We were losing. So maybe COVID helped us with that. Cut off our like losing streak. But no, it was fun. And then we had COVID actually shut off our second team.
I was going to say,
We were actually really good.
It cut us off at the knees. It didn't cut us off just on our losing streak.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about the first team where we didn't do very good.
No, the second team, from what I remember, was a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, and we were stacked. We had like, we could barely get through everybody like in one inning because we had so many people, but we were really good. And then COVID happened and we were like, dang it. We actually maybe could have gone to the champ.
We just got our shirts.
Yeah.
The pre-gamers.
Right.
Which is still my all-time favorite long sleeve shirt that I've ever had.
I'm obsessed.
I
love
also
it.
wear that quite a bit.
Yeah.
In the winter.
In the winter, yes. And it's so fun. I saw, was it Trav or somebody the other day had theirs on? Do you remember? I think it was Trav. But I was like, oh my, and I like forgot that he was also on the team. I can't remember if it was him or who it was, but I was like, dang.
Well, doesn't DeMar have one
A
too?
good group.
DeMar
Yep,
and
DeMar
Farah.
played.
Maybe it was DeMar because I did see him for a blip when her and I were recording our episode. I saw him like in the back. So I don't remember who it was, but somebody recently that was like not us three, I saw wearing it. that I was like, oh yeah, I forgot, man, blast from the past.
For sure. Big
Yeah.
blast from the past. That was fun though.
It was fun. I've been thinking we need to get back to some sports, Emma.
Oh, for sure.
Plus, that's where all the lesbians are.
Yeah, and we're the ones that start the trend usually, we're the ones
The
that
lesbian
have to,
trend.
We're the ones that have to start the game, start the team, sign up,
Yeah.
recruit.
It's really like awkward for me that you're like behind me right now. Because like I want to look into your eyes when you're talking.
Should I move forward? I can move forward.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
Or
heads
maybe
up,
we could
there
move
might be a noise here
to
for
the
a second.
side.
Moving my mic. Watch out.
We
Uh-oh.
had some serious technical difficulties that, I'm not even 100% at this point are completely user error. But some like, what do you call it? Connectivity issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not in the like technology, like the Wi-Fi area or the computer area. It was like the podcast setup stuff.
Yeah, like literally the cord that you connect to things. My headphones, people. The number one person's headphones were not working. And, not to put this company on blast, but they sent me those for free, like gift with purchase. And now they're not working right. So
Kiss it.
You know what they say, you get what you pay for.
Maggie's talking to a dog, by the way. She's not talking to Emma.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. If you hear loud panting,
It's not
please.
It's not Maggie.
It's not me. And she's starting to get riled up, so I'm getting nervous of if she's gonna like get the zoomies. Please lay down.
I kind of
Anyway.
want her to get the zoomies, I'm not gonna lie. I think it'd be good entertainment.
Oh, yeah, she's a horse, so it would be really funny.
So Maggie's dog sitting again.
Mhm.
I
Big
think
dog
I
sitter.
feel like I'm pretty sure every episode we've had you on, you've been dog sitting.
I have.
Cool.
Make that money, honey. Don't we
Yeah.
love a good
Yep.
side hustle?
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
You got any current side hustles right now?
I guess I do, because last week I started working Sundays at AZ Chimney Cakes.
Boom, boom.
Full shift. Got my first 2
That's awesome.
paychecks.
Yeah, you did.
Nice.
I got money in the bank. Any other
All
side
those
hustles?
side hustles.
Who?
Anybody?
Mags?
What'd you say?
Any other side hustles?
No, just dog sitting and then Orange Theory.
Oh yeah, you got like 2 side hustles though. So like
Yeah.
maybe you don't need any more.
No, I'm good. I think we're at capacity right now.
At capacity. Okay.
So my
Yeah.
other,
So.
I wouldn't call it a full side hustle, but it does bring in a little bit of pocket change, is when I make a big batch of salsa and jar it, and then
Mhm.
people buy that off of me.
Mm,
Mhm.
But I'm down to chew jars, so
did you
the-
say chew jars?
I think I said chew. I'm down to chew jars, and I got to start cooking salsa again. But it's way too freaking hot. It's still definitely over 105 every day. So But your mom wants me to come
I
make
don't
it at
miss
AZ
that.
Chimney Cakes.
Yeah, it really heats up the house when we make it. But wait, have we made it with the pressure canner? And does it still heat up the house?
I don't think I did it with the pressure canner for some particular reason. I think because I'm doing a water bath recipe. I think that's why.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, it heats up the house quite a bit, so that's why we try not to do it in the summer. But yeah, she does want it at AZ Chimney Cakes because she's got a recipe with that as the secret ingredient. And I'm not telling you what the recipe is because I just told you what the secret ingredient was.
You could have one secret, but not the other.
Yeah,
Now you don't get the non-secret part.
it's all good.
right.
No.
Oh, oh. You like cut out for a second, but we have you.
Okay.
Still got you.
Still got you.
It's still here.
Yeah. Anyway, what's been going on? Anybody have like anything noteworthy to report?
Well, we have a roommate.
Oh yeah.
For a short
Oh
time.
yeah, I forgot about that.
So that's one thing going on here. We've had Suda come stay with us for a week so far. And
Shout out Suda.
what up, girl? We got 3 more months with her. She needed a little temporary housing situation, and she's in between stuff, and it helped us out. And so that's been kind of fun.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to
only
hang
been
out
a week.
tonight. Yeah, it's only been a week. We should be hanging out tonight, but during the day, Chelsea and I have some closet organization that we need to do because we had to move everything out of our guest bedroom and guest closet into somewhere else. And that somewhere else right now is my office and our bedroom. So the 2 rooms that we have left are pretty scattered and unorganized. And so we need to work on that.
Yeah.
But closet project, pretty excited about.
I am excited about it because we bought this closet organizer kit from Lowe's. So we got to put it together. It's not just organizing and putting things away. It's like we also got this shelf building project and install it into the closet. And Maggie, I figured out how to shut that bedroom door. Maggie came and stayed with us for like 5 weeks in what usually is my office, and I moved into the guest bedroom for a short time. But when we moved into this house, we didn't fix everything that needed to be fixed. And one of the things that was remaining was, are you okay over there, Maggie?
Yeah. So sorry.
You getting attacked by the dog?
Dang, I wish I had this on video.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't
Okay.
mean to interrupt. I'm focused here, but I'm trying to get her away.
No, I know. When Charlie puts his claws into the middle of my leg while I'm on the meeting, like a work meeting, I'm like, oh my God, you can't ignore it.
Anyway,
But you were able to shut the door?
Yeah. So anyway, Maggie came and stayed with us, and we had a janky door handle for her bedroom. So it didn't actually shut, and Chelsea Jimmy rigged it up so she could actually shut her door.
good old resistance band.
Well, I did a little investigation into that handle, and I fixed it mostly. It shuts.
That's awesome.
It latches.
Yeah. You have to
Wow.
kind of slam it slightly, actually, I don't know if you noticed the other day I did it. You were on a call and I was trying to shut it for some reason, but you were on a call, so I couldn't slam it. So I just really sturdily shut it and pulled it at the same time, and I got it to shut. But yeah, it shuts. It latches. And we got these little you know how there was a sizable gap under the door?
Yeah.
We got these indoor door sweep type thing. And it completely fills the gap, and it even it's a little bit of noise cancellation.
Nice.
We're making upgrades over here. So
I love it.
Yeah.
I love to see it.
you will see it someday.
I know.
What else? So yeah, the closet thing. The closet thing was honestly just we needed to do it, and Suda moving in forced us to do it now instead of put it off.
Yeah.
Because you
Well,
saw
that's
it.
good.
There was no shelf. There's no bar. There's no nothing. So things were just stacked in there. And then the other closet has a shelf and a bar, but that's the one that's our actual guest room now that the ceiling's repaired.
Yeah.
Sounds like we live in a junker over here.
Well, we do call it Shoulda Island.
Shoulda Island.
Everything
Oh,
should have been
yeah.
done a little differently.
Yeah.
It's a great starter home.
Yes.
No, it's honestly when I really sit back and think about it, I'm it's cute and it's super unique. And when we first moved in, I was it's got these unusual, it's an unusual layout, it's not, or I should say uncommon. And it's just got honestly a lot of character. And when I think about it, I'm it's perfect for us in that way. Cause I don't know. We've never been we've always been in places that have, well, besides apartments, but We've always been in places that are a little bit different or have a little bit of character, and then we just make it our home. Like, we just make it work. But yeah. So yeah, the ceiling's repaired. It's not painted or finished though. I'll admit that.
What's that word when you finish the drywall with the stuff on top of it? It's not spackle, but what texture? Texturing, right? We still gotta paint it and texture it.
Oh, okay.
But
it's not good.
There's not a hole in the ceiling anymore.
That's a win.
I think it's a big win.
Step by step.
The ceiling fan is connected and it works. It's
look at that.
It's literally just a section of it doesn't match the other part of the ceiling. I mean, I'm good.
Whatever.
I'm good with that.
It works.
Yeah.
Dude, actually, so now being a homeowner, it's 100% true when people would always say, like, I get the most done to my house when people come to visit. It's true. You know, like my sister Trish was coming to visit and we had been dragging our feet on some of the ceiling stuff in the guest room. And I was literally still screwing the ceiling fan into the bracket in the ceiling when she was there. It was like, okay, there's no more dragging your feet. Trish is here. We're putting this ceiling fan on so she can have some light because there's no other like lights that's one and the same.
Right.
And oh my goodness. We had some wine and we put up a ceiling fan.
And she did not care in the slightest.
Oh my God.
She was just happy to be here.
Yeah. It was so cute.
Yeah.
She was so sweet.
I love that. Well, I'll never forget when I came to visit, I think Chelsea texted me and she was like, we have a hole in our roof. You don't have to come if you don't want to, or like delay your trip. And I was like, I'm coming regardless if there's a hole or not.
Yeah. Maggie was like, I'll sleep in the bathtub.
Yeah. I'm like,
Maggie
give
said
me
that
a
was
pillow.
Trish.
Oh, Trish said she'll sleep in the bathtub. Maggie said, you said something similar though. You said as long as I have a roof over my head, I'll sleep anywhere. And I was like,
like, I'll sleep in the kitchen if I need to. I mean,
Our people are so great.
yeah. That's why we have them in our lives.
Low maintenance.
Yeah.
very low maintenance.
But no, in fact, now that you said that, having people come like force us to do stuff, because I remember years ago when I would be visiting Devin in Florida, she would be like, I love it when you're here because it forces me to buy stuff, like stuff that they need. I remember one time it was like a DVD player, not like they needed it, but they had been talking about getting one for a long time. And of course, this was years ago. And they asked me to bring my CSI seasons.
Oh, funny.
And I was like, okay. And then when I brought them, Devin was like, oh, we don't have a DVD player, so we need to go buy one. And I'm like, okay. And then like literally, I mean, I went and visited there many times, but every time it was like, we'd be talking about something and she'd be like, oh, I've been meaning to buy that. And then we'd like go buy it. And so, yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. She's not like, let's go buy roofing materials or doorknobs, but we need entertainment. So
yeah,
I think I said that's funny when you talked about CSI, because we actually just started watching that this week on Thursdays from season 1 with Suda. Was that her idea?
Yeah. Well, she was like, can we watch CSI while I'm here? And I was like, yes. You don't even have to ask me that. When are we starting?
Would you call that your all-time favorite show?
Yeah, for sure. It's just, yeah. I think it's because I watched it in high school. And then, and then it was like through college. And then like I got Devin and Travis onto it. I got my dad on, like, you know, people in my life onto it. And then I'd go visit in Florida, and that was all we would watch, like for like 10 days straight. Just we watching CSI. And then my dad for 2 months, he had double knee replacement surgery. And he was like, bring your CSIs. And I was like, okay.
Oh, wow.
And we watched the entire series up to that point, which I think was like maybe, well, I don't know what year it was, but it wasn't the show was still on. So I didn't have like the whole thing. I think is there 15 or 16 seasons?
I was going to say 14, but
14?
we might have up to 14, and I think we need one more.
No, I think I purchased it at some point.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
But I'm going to look up right now. But anyway, so we literally, like, that was also when I worked for FedEx in the evening. And so I would go to work at from 4 to 9 p.m. or something. I'd come home and we'd watch 2 episodes of CSI. And then in the morning, every morning we would watch The Price is Right. I wonder if my dad still watches that in the morning.
Great shows.
I love that show.
Yeah. And then we'd watch more CSI until I went to work again if I didn't have homework because I was also in school. But yeah, 16 seasons.
Oh, wow. We have all of them?
I think so.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure a couple of them are still in plastic.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We needed to finish the
into 'em.
collection.
Yeah.
Well, we're about to get there. Well, it's going to take a while.
We watched 2 episodes and it is dated, man.
Yeah.
Graphics, even some of the things they were saying, I was like, that is an old theory now.
24 years old.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah,
exact.
2000 is when the show started.
That's wild.
I know. When I think about that, it's but it shows when you put on the first episode, you're like, yeah, that looks 24 years old. All right.
I was like, it was only 1 year away from the 90s.
Yeah.
True.
Well, I don't remember what you were referencing when you said that, but it was
because
perfect.
the display, the home screen when you put in the DVD and you actually have to hit the play button and you have to select the episode and whatever. It looked like a 90s computer screen.
Yeah. I think I posted it.
Windows, DOS,
I think I posted
dial-up
it
internet
on
times.
my personal social media. Maybe I'll have to put it on the podcast page so people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you might want to.
But yeah, it totally did. Or when you use those floppy disks, it reminded me of a floppy disk.
It totally looked floppy diskish.
So funny.
Those kids listening who don't know what a floppy disk is, go ahead and ask somebody.
Hit me up. Send me a message. Send me a message on my wife's unavailable podcast page. I'll let you know. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much what we're up to.
Yeah, Mags?
Yeah, Mags.
Yeah. Just busy. Work, Orange Theory, dog sitting. I recently just got into a new show, The Resident on Netflix. It's so good. So it took me forever to get into Grey's Anatomy. I binged all of that during COVID, all whatever seasons that were out during that time.
For the first
but
time?
a family for the first time. I had never seen it.
Oh, I think I remember us talking about this.
I remember Maggie's Grey's days.
Grey's
days.
days.
I remember I went crazy during COVID and I just kept watching. I get up in the morning to watch. I'd watch it during lunch. I'd watch 3 episodes a night.
Yeah.
But The
an
Resident
addicting one.
on Netflix, it's pretty good. It's kind of similar to Grey's, but I feel like it's a little better. So
a little better.
Yeah, I don't know any of the actors in it. I have no idea who any of them are. But it has my attention. I'm already on season 2. So
Is it also a medical drama?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Hot docs.
Yes.
I'm sure
there's
you have a
one
crush on
where
there.
Yeah, one that is you don't really like him to begin. He's like an Alex Karev, where it's at the beginning you're just like, God, I really don't like you, and then he starts to grow on you, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because he
I
starts
actually think
off,
I do like you.
kind of jerkish to begin off, and
Yeah.
then kind of moves into character development. They do that on purpose.
Yeah, just to see if they'll get you, and they get you. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I just started that, and then I actually just started reading a book.
What?
Reminders of him.
She reads?
I do read. If I will read if it gets my attention within the first
By page 2.
2.
That's Devin's marker.
Yeah, because if I'm bored by page 2, I'm like, well, I'm not reading this, but I just started that. It's pretty good so far. I'm like only 2 chapters in, but
What is it?
it's like reminders of him,
Oh,
like
what genre
fantasy,
does?
love,
Okay.
rom-com stuff. So
Fantasy
it's by
love affair.
Colleen Hoover. She just came out. She's got a lot of books, but there's a movie that came out with Blake Lively
It ends
recently
with
that
us.
yes, it was great.
Didn't Turk
was-
watch that 5 times?
Yes.
Didn't you watch that one too, Maggie? The movie?
What one?
It Ends With Us?
Yes, I just saw it in
I
theaters.
haven't seen it yet.
It's good. The book, it really summarizes the book really well.
I just love
So,
Blake
because I
Lively.
love the book. Blake Lively, yeah, she's good. I like her.
Mm. Yeah.
There-
Colleen Hoover, you said?
Yeah.
I still
Yep.
haven't read one of her books.
They're pretty good. I feel like the first one that people need to start with is Verity because it's not as smutty, I guess. As
What
most
does
of her-
smutty mean?
More of a like. There's a lot of
I'm looking this word up.
romanticized things happening in there, I guess.
Oh, there's another word for that. I don't got it. Chelsea's looking
I'm
it up
trying
though, so she
to-
can give us a formal.
Smutty is actually a word.
Yeah.
You thought Maggie was making it up?
I just never heard of it.
I love when Max
says-
teaches
Yeah.
us a new vocabulary word.
It says
It's like go ahead.
well, this is also weird. The beginning of the definition starts with a parentheses of talk, writing, or pictures, obscene or
Lascivious. Nope. Less. I can't read that.
lascivious. Oh my gosh, you
That
guys!
sounds like something from Harry Potter.
Here you go. Hold on. Did
Oh,
you guys hear that?
Did you hear that, Max?
Yeah.
Lascivious.
Let me turn it up.
Lascivious.
Thank
there you
for
go,
that.
everyone.
So this reminds me because, I mean, it's just a different voice, right? On some kind of computery thingy, a phone, whatever. We had our car in the shop and Chelsea had dropped it off that day. And so she was going to be the one to pick it up too, even though we went there previously and my information was in there. Well, so they tried to call her, but she was taking a little rest. She told me if they call before 2:30, you know, you can go ahead and schedule them to come pick me up or whatever. So they did try to call her, but she was taking her rest, so she didn't answer. So they called me and they said, yeah, I'm not really sure. We tried to call Chelsea, but we got some like English person on the voicemail. And I'm just laughing because, well, it's not English, it's Aussie and it's a dude. And I'm like, no, that's her. She's just silly.
I don't think I've ever heard your voicemail.
Oh, you should call her.
Yeah.
Let her go to voicemail, Chelsea.
It's because, like, you know how I'm an iPhone user, loud and proud. I changed my Siri to an Australian accent. And apparently that also changes your voicemail. I didn't even know. But yeah, I did that. I did that like a couple months ago now because I wanted my navigation to come through as Australian so I could start practicing the accent. But
and why?
Honestly, the accent's kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, not hard, like challenging, but like it's so close to how we talk sometimes that it's like
Yeah.
I almost forget to put the different like emphasis or like say it differently. It's like I really have to be like, okay, I'm talking Australian right now. Whereas like if you're talking in British with a British accent.
Yeah, you're looking at me because
Yes.
you're in my head right
Come
now.
on, Emma.
There's this TikTok that I just can't stop quoting and singing because this guy goes, do British people know we use their accents when we're nervous?
That's awesome.
I've been like laying down to go to bed and I'll just bust out in that little tune.
Literally, like she'll be walking around the house. Do British people know? And I'm like, she's She's obsessed.
Just makes me
That's
laugh
funny.
Yeah.
because
That's funny.
I don't really do accents like that, but Chelsea does. I mean, Chelsea will speak in a British accent for funsies, and Wes too, right? And when Lady Amanda was here, we were really playing with accents, and she got me to do a terrible Aussie accent, and put it on TikTok. And it's really
well,
fun.
I don't know if she got you to do a terrible Aussie accent or if she was just getting you to do an Aussie accent and it was terrible.
Exactly. Same difference.
Do a terrible Aussie accent, Emma.
I can't hear those words that I ended up doing. I can't hear them the same anymore.
You do some pretty good, though.
Because,
She'll be right, mate.
yeah,
Are
the
you cold?
saying started. No, I'm not cold.
Oh.
I'm just trying to be comfy in
Okay.
this.
Oh, hands are
Chair.
clammy.
Yeah, actually.
Sorry.
No, I'm very distracted.
Anyway,
What were you talking about?
you were talking about the phrase she
Oh.
was trying to get you to say. Something about,
Well, the phrase starts with, so I'm just saying.
oh, yeah.
And that's a common phrase that people say. So every time now that I hear people say, oh, I'm just saying, I can't help but in my head go, where's the butter?
That was the part that didn't really go with the whole sentence. Because
Yeah.
it doesn't really have much of an Aussie accent anyway. You know? Like the way she says it, the way Australians say it, it doesn't really sound much different. The other stuff though. So I just don't think it was the best lead up, you know? But the other things, where's the butter? Because they were, because that was the other thing actually that wasn't quite right. Was it was NQR. Was she was trying to get you to say, we learned on YouTube that Australians put a question mark tone on the end of a sentence that isn't a question. So she was trying to get you to do that, but then she was actually asking a question in the practice sentence.
Classic.
And I remember saying like, that's a question though. And you guys like weren't hearing me. And I was like, okay, just keep going. Where's the butter? And then what was the other thing?
Oh, God,
The
I
other
don't know.
sentence.
I'd have to pull up that TikTok.
Oh, my laundry alarm's going off. We had so
Yeah.
many technical connectivity issues that we should be off recording right now, but we're not. And for like the 6th time, I forgot a load of laundry in the freaking washing machine last night. And it's been happening a lot lately. Clearly my mind's preoccupied, and you know what? We're working on that. But I'm sick and tired of rewashing a load of laundry because I left it in the washing machine. It's wasteful. Number 1. Sorry, Mother Earth. And number 2, it's like now I have to wait for this load to wash again before I can get on with my laundry.
How long is too long of it sitting in there for you?
Like overnight?
So switch it in the morning. Why rewash it?
Because it's stanky.
It smells like wet dog when it sits too long.
Oh, that's true.
Were you going to say something else?
Well, just the seriousness on your face when you were like going on about the issues with this laundry. It was just really funny to me.
Yeah, it is serious. I'm not even joking.
Well, and here's the thing. I think anybody could agree that if you leave laundry in the washer too long, it will start to smell bad. It'll smell musky. It'll smell like wet dog, something. But ours, I don't know if it's our washer. I don't know if it's you and your OCD and your very strong olfactory senses.
It's like, oh, you saying I'm stank?
No, but we can't leave our stuff in the washer that long before you're smelling it and going, I can't wear this. So it can't, like she said overnight, but I would say probably even like 4 hours.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't think it was overnight.
It was overnight,
you can-
though. It was.
Well, it has been.
I love
you've
how
said 5
serious you
times
are.
now. Oh yeah, she's dead serious.
And yes, I do have exceptional olfactory senses. Thank you, by the way, for that compliment. But yeah, this knows. Tell you what. And I'm not mad about it because it helps me to not be stinky. You know?
Yes, this is true. But it's also like if something's in the fridge and she smells it, she will potentially get a little upset about like, did nobody else smell this? Why am I the only one smelling this?
Okay, you know what? That was
Old news.
Chelsea.
Okay.
Yeah, because now I know. Oh, I'm the exceptional one here.
Mm-hmm.
But seriously,
I like how you say like, does nobody else smell this? And it's more of like you should turn to Emma being like, do you smell
yeah,
this?
yeah.
Because my mom, it's really funny. We really give her a hard time. Where like if something goes missing or like something starts to stink or like she's trying to ask indirectly, she'll be like, is it like it does or like who keeps eating all the cheese? Like for example, like who keeps eating all the cheese? And it's like my dad, sister, and I are kind of just standing there being like, so why did we buy cheese if we can't eat it?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So we always give her a hard time about that. We're like, if you know who the culprit is, just point.
Yeah.
Being
So
like,
basically, there's 4 people that could be eating the cheese, and she's jealous because 3 people are eating it, and she's not.
it's not her. It makes us laugh every time, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'll take the hit. So like, I look at like my dad and sister. I'm like, don't worry, I took the hit for us. I ate the cheese.
Why doesn't she get her own cheese block or like
Oh,
cheese
I don't
bag?
know.
Write her name on it.
What kind of cheese is she upset
Sarge
about?
Marge.
I don't know. It's just a
Any,
running joke.
Any and all
Oh,
cheese
gotcha.
is
I think it's any and all cheese.
shredded
But
or sprinkle cheese, as Emma likes to call it.
Why do I call it that? That's not even like, I don't know. Did Hagen and Huck call it that or?
No, you call it that. Does that
feel like
little
I got it
kid
from
that
somewhere.
don't taste any? Do they call it sprinkle cheese?
Don't try
Or don't try any?
any.
Yeah.
There's a TikToker. This mom lets her 2 kids cook a lot, and they're like 4 and 6, I think. And that's one thing that they both always do is they'll say to the camera in this cute little voice, "Don't try any," but they're literally shoving it in their mouth
Yeah.
to taste it. Yeah, but
so I want to go back to voicemails
Oh
because
yes.
Are you gonna play one?
Sorry, I'm gonna go back to voicemails. I've had it pulled up on my phone since
Oh,
we've.
Are you gonna
Talking about
play a
it.
voicemail right now?
oh
This
boy.
is my absolute favorite memory
Oh no.
of
Who is it?
knowing Chelsea was gonna
Okay, phew.
be my friend.
Oh, I can't wait.
So when you guys lived at your apartment when you moved here and you were moving to the last house
Oh, I know what it
and
is.
I didn't show up.
Maggie was supposed to come help us move.
She was supposed to come help us move, and it was like
It's like 7
the time.
a.m.
And she's a prompt person too, so it was like
I'm a
the-
very, very prompt.
yeah, and it was like the minute that she was supposed to be there, and everyone else is there, and we're like, we called her, you know, whatever. And this was probably like my 3rd time or 4th time calling you, and Brad had called you, like other people had called
Yes.
you, and you were not answering. So just to
No,
set the
super
stage.
so
concerned.
here, let's see if I can, hold on. No. Hold on.
You can do it.
Put it on speaker. Put it on loud.
It's on. It's on.
I'm showing up on your doorstep, and I am
Hold on. Let me start over.
pounding, and I mean pounding on your door.
Okay. Hold on.
I'm giving you 15 minutes, and I'm showing up on your doorstep, and I am pounding, and I mean pounding on your door.
Is that it?
That's the end of it.
That is, and then this is the other one.
Did you change your mind? Did you end up going to Illinois a day early? Just checking on you.
So I remember this because you guys moved, and I was going back to Chicago the next day for like a month, and I save them because I laugh every time I go back and listen to it.
Did we
My
end up
favorite
pounding on the
memory.
door?
No, she ended up showing up.
I did
Late,
after the 15th phone call, and I think I called you directly, and I was like, "I'm on my way," and you were like, "What is going on?" And I'm like, "I slept in."
Yeah. Yeah. She just overslept, but
Yeah.
it was out of character because she's normally on time and very communicative. And so it was legitimately like, where are you? Like, what's going on?
Oh my God. Speaking of communicative and Maggie showing up places.
Oh, what do we got here? This is what this episode should be. Let's just tell stories about each other.
Okay, you guys know where I'm going, but I wish you could lead into what she was trying to say.
What?
Yeah, it's not going to make sense. It's backwards.
Okay, let's hear
So
it.
Maggie was trying to send us something to tell us that she was on her way. Okay, now Chelsea knows. Do you know what now Maggie knows?
Yes.
Do you guys remember what she was actually trying to say?
No, she was trying to say I'm on my way, but she sent one of those what are
Was it
those
GIF?
things? Yeah, those gifts like through iPhone.
She's beat red right now.
I'm assuming you typed in on my way and then saw something that said swiggity swooty and you were like, that looks great, send. And then when we received it, it said swiggity swooty coming for that booty.
And I knew when I said that because I don't know. I think Emma responded, or no, I sent it to you directly.
Yeah. We didn't even respond
And-
yet. You were just like, oh my God.
No. And I'm just sitting there and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, there's no way to retract this. And then I remember showing up to your house and I'm like, wow. I'm like, she's not saying anything. Like,
You're like,
she's
you
one
didn't
that's going
see
to
it.
speak up and being like, what's your problem? Like, and I'm sitting there and then all of a sudden I hear this cackle across the house. And I was like, oh my God.
They just saw it.
Oh my
I
God.
was like, I'm really sorry. Did not mean to send that.
That was
Oh.
the best.
That was funny.
And it's
That was
probably
really funny.
like the number one or in the top like 3 things that we always say now.
Sweetie swooty.
Yeah. That means we're on your way.
And then we found out it's a rap song.
Oh, we did?
Swiggity
Oh, yeah.
swooty, I'm coming for that booty.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that. But that makes
Yeah.
sense.
That's a fond, very fond
Oh my
memory.
gosh.
And I just remember being like, because at the time there was not like texting now where you could actually unsend it. And it was like fully sent. And I was just like, we're just going to embrace this and just go with it.
Yeah.
It might have been the like time in history. I mean, even though it wasn't that
Yeah.
long ago, but it also could have
Yeah.
been I had an Android.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Back in those days.
I love the delete feature, like undo send. Heck yes.
I do too.
We have that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
we have
more
iPhones.
recent though.
Yeah, that is pretty more
Okay.
up to date with that.
I wouldn't know. I just got the iPhone this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not as recent, but just figuring it out more recently. But I feel
Yeah.
like it wasn't a function like a few years ago, but I don't know. Or like a couple years ago.
I have a
Other
good memory.
stories.
I remember the day I met Emma.
Ooh,
Yeah, you
let's
do?
hear it.
I remember the day I met Emma. And that memory still like replays in my head because it was Chelsea and I in the office. It was just us two that day.
Yeah. There
Um,
were like 1 or 2 other people, but they were like at lunch or something.
Yeah. And I just remember you being like, because I don't even think any supervisors were there. And you were just like, yeah, my wife's coming in and our friend. And I was like, oh, okay, like whatever. Do what you need to do. And Emma came in with this bubbly, carefree, owning it personality. And I just was like, I want,
love
like,
her.
how do I become friends with her?
Yeah, Maggie's
You
like,
were
forget this
so
girl. I want to be
cool.
friends with her.
You had this energy, and I will never forget the energy that I felt when you like turned the corner and walked in. I was just
Aw.
like, God damn. I was like, how do I like what do I need to do?
I know.
What do
It's
I
that-
need to do?
It's that energy.
Energy. I'm trying to
Yeah,
get that
you
energy
had-
back.
Yeah. Oh, Emma, I'm not kidding. It was one of those where I was like, she's cool.
Oh,
Like,
hey.
She's cool.
I was like, who's genuinely like at the time I was like, who's genuinely like that? And
Emma,
you could tell it was genuine.
Emma is.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I've been told it's been coming to my attention that I really used to be like that. And I think these days in the last couple of years, like working from home, learning a new role, being stressed out, like I haven't exactly been myself all the time. And
Right.
so it's actually been coming back to me. Like I've, read things from people in high school, or I read things from like family friends from back in the day and old Facebook memories, stuff like that. And Chelsea, has let me know some days I don't have that same light in my eyes or whatever. And so I'm trying to basically figure my shit out to where I feel better and can bring that energy back to life again, because I admit, I know I haven't been like that consistently, at least over the last few years. And so I'm trying to get back to me. But I do remember being excited that day because like we were newly Arizonans, right? And so we were in a new place. We had this new adventure. We're with our friend. I'm going to see my wife's new office.
You guys were out looking for apartments, I think, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was an exciting time. I remember that day
No,
too.
I remember that. It was one of those where I think I even left work and I was like, I think I'm in a good mood because of just how much positivity like you brought just into the space.
Nice.
It was just me and Chels, and I was like, okay, like
Yeah.
you can calm down, Maggie. She's just really excited to see her wife.
Well, thanks for hooking Maggie for us.
Yes, I did that.
No, I think it was also the marker for me was when our first dog got put down. And I'll never forget that day at work. I was a mess. I just remember being like, I don't want to be here. Or it was our second dog. I think it was our final dog that got put down. Because the first one that was put down, you guys weren't here yet. But the second one, like the office was full at the time. And it was just not a good day at work. Everyone was kind of pissing me off, and I just was like, I really don't want to be here. And I remember getting home and being very upset because it was like my dog. And then Chelsea texted me, and she just was like, she's like, if you want, she's like, my wife and I can come over and we can watch a movie and we don't have to talk. And me being me, how I like to do things. I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I'd rather be alone. But it was one of those selling points where I was just like, okay, like she's really stepping up in regards of she actually needs someone right now. And knowing like I had no one, that really showed me where I was like, let's not be stupid, Maggie. Like we can let these two in.
Oh.
So that I tell people that I'm like, that was my selling point. Like I knew you guys were like fun and cool, but it was also one of those where I was like, you can allow them in, because I think in that process of that time, I didn't trust anyone. I didn't trust anyone.
Yeah.
So of course more people kept moving in, and I was just like, I don't trust them. Don't trust anyone because you've all screwed me.
Further retreating, the more people come in.
Yeah.
Well,
So
here we are now.
yeah.
We're
5
the
years
lucky
later.
ones.
We're the lucky ones.
Oh, well, you sound a little,
Me?
what's that Irish holiday, Maggie? St.
We're-
Patty's Day. You
we're
sound
the
a little
lucky ones.
leprechaunish St. Patty's Day.
We're the lucky ones.
Good old St. Patty's
I'm
Day.
trying to figure out how to take a screenshot on my computer so I don't forget to document this. Okay, we're going to try this. Press Shift, Control, and show windows, which I didn't even know was what that button was.
Of course, and my hair looks absolutely.
Maggie's like, let me brush up real quick.
Smile. Perfect.
I think it worked. Did it?
What happens?
Oh, you still have to drag to select an area to capture.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what it says to do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have to go like this.
So we still need to smile. Yeah. Get it. Get it. Get it.
Okay, smile. Wait, keep smiling.
She had
Got
to
it.
capture, but no, you got Maggie
Got it.
laughing.
I got it.
That's great.
That's fine.
Oh.
Whatever. Okay. Anyway, I should have asked you if you had extra time because we went over the time we originally scheduled.
I'm good. I mean, I got
Okay.
nothing going on. I just finished laundry and hanging out.
Oh, rub it in, finishing laundry. Just kidding.
While your alarm keeps going off.
Yeah. I just turned it off, by the way, so you have to help me remember.
I accidentally watered the trees all night the other night.
One tree.
Yeah, just one.
One baby tree.
Is that the one by the garage?
The one that's in front.
Kind of.
Oh, you didn't
Maybe
plant
you
that
didn't
when I was
notice
there.
the one that it was in front.
Oh, okay.
It's like, there's like this like bush thing in front.
Yeah.
It's like right next to that, but there's not a lot going on out in front, but there's also an area of not a lot going on, so it kind of
Right.
it's camouflaged.
How's your pomegranate tree? Is that what that was?
Yeah, there's 3 of them. So it was weird. 2 of them like were all of a sudden acting like they were like getting dried up and not getting enough water, which I wasn't watering them enough because I was busy with chimney cakes. But it's weird that 2 of them, like one of them's fine and one of them, anyway. So start watering them again. But then this other tree in the back, we also weren't watering. And I don't know if we ever really cared about it, but at one point we thought, oh, that thing's dead. It's not coming back. And then it started coming back on its own, like without us watering it. So then I watered it a couple times. That one is also showing signs of dying.
We are creeping towards the end of summer, so everything's really been taking a beating.
Yeah.
The trees, ourselves.
Yeah, and Emma's wife hasn't been all that available, so she's had to take on watering the trees herself.
Yeah,
These
people be
dang
like,
wives.
people were like, "What are you doing? What kept you busy while Chelsea was gone?" Well, dishes, laundry, watering the trees, taking care of shit.
So domestic. That's another thing that just reminded me, another thing I love about Maggie is when she calls us her wives.
Oh my God, I love it.
Going to see the wives.
Going to visit the wives.
Yeah. Love it. Do you have I got a good question and then maybe we can wrap up. When is everyone's favorite adventure that we've gone on?
Ooh,
Oh, I got one.
Okay, what?
you go.
Rooster Cogburn's Ostrich Ranch.
Tell us about that place, Emma.
All right. Well, it was around my birthday, and I decided that I just wanted to do something different. I wanted to do a little day trip or something. And so I just spent the morning like Googling some stuff. What can we do within just an hour or 2 drive? And I found this thing called Rooster Cogburn's Ostrich Ranch. And I was like, what the heck is this? And looking at their website, it was a pretty low cost activity. They definitely had ostriches. Like it is true to its name. It's an ostrich farm. But they also have like this full on zoo. I shouldn't say full on. I mean, the limited zoo, but it had deer, donkeys, goats, rabbits. Shoot, what else? Sheep or something. They had a aviary of rainbow parakeets.
Yeah.
Is that what they were called?
Laura Keats.
Lorikeets. Yeah, and and stingrays.
Yeah,
Of
they
all
had a
things.
stingray tank. They also had a couple, like 3 or so desert tortoises that you could feed with a
Yeah.
clothespin.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the whole thing is you go there and you buy
It's like a feeding zoo.
the pellets. Yeah, you buy their feed and you get to feed them. And there's Kiss the Goat. Kiss the was it a goat?
yeah.
Yeah. And so you put a pellet in your mouth and
yeah.
there's this like wall of goats where just their heads are sticking out of these holes in the walls, and you like approach them with this pellet in your mouth, and then they just their lips start going,
Yeah.
and they grab that pellet
And the
out of your
pellet's
mouth.
like, I mean, you can get one that's like 3 inches long or
yeah,
so.
you want a
So,
long one for that.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
not just, you're literally not kissing the goat, but it's called Kiss the Goat, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I was nervous doing that.
Part of the fun of it was I didn't want to tell Maggie where we were going until we were really close or there, because she don't like birds and we're going to an ostrich ranch. And I thought she'd like hate me, but we pulled up and we're like, this is where we're going. She's like, oh, all right, cool. Well, then she surprised me even further because she went into the aviary.
Mm-hmm.
She was like,
I didn't last long.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
didn't
say
last
that.
long.
but
Yeah, I
she
was
went
gonna say
in.
that. She didn't last long, but she did go in.
And
I
then
did.
Chelsea and Maggie both got T-shirts, souvenirs to take
I got
home.
a sweatshirt.
Oh, Chelsea got a sweatshirt. Yep, and
Which
it's one of the
is-
best sweatshirts
Yeah.
for sure.
I remember that conversation of should we get this or not?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard because, like, you don't need to spend the money on it. Like, merchandise is already expensive, you know, on the spendy side.
Right.
But then we're in Phoenix, Arizona. Like, I don't need a
Right.
sweatshirt. When am I going to wear this? But I put it
Right.
on and I was like, Emma, we need this sweatshirt. It's so comfy.
And I'm like, no, we don't.
Yeah. But now we fight over, not really fight over, but we like, we
Take
want
turns.
to be the one that, yeah, we want to
Right.
be, we want it to be our turn with the sweatshirt.
And it's got an ostrich on the front, so that's pretty fun. And that was the day Maggie and I, well, she got me for my birthday. She got us for my birthday, those BFF shirts. And one
Oh, yeah.
said, I'm with, what do they say, Maggie? Oh,
Something
my
about,
BFF, I think she's crazy. And the other
Yeah.
one said, I know she's crazy. And they like point at each other.
yeah.
And we got that phenomenal picture in front of that really rainbowy, colorfully ostrich
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
man,
was a
good
really great
times.
day. And then we got
That was
pizza
fun.
that night, and I think we probably
Yep.
watched a movie, and
Yep.
it was a great day.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good day.
You got one, Maggie?
Vegas.
Oh,
The whole trip was just awesome. I had
Yeah.
never been. And I loved it from start to finish. I mean, I remember the first night we went on the strip, and we got back to the room, and I remember I think I laid awake until like 3 a.m. because I was just so overstimulated. I was like,
was your first
what is
time.
happening? Like, I could not believe like what Vegas was like,
yeah.
because it's like you hear about it and you're like, all right, like can't be that great. And then it was like the first night we were there, we went to the O show, we went and we walked so much
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
being there. And it was genuinely it was just such a good trip. It was just us three, and we did so much. Like I sit and think about it, and I'm like, we actually did a lot, you know,
Uh-huh.
because you think of Vegas, you're like, you really don't do that much. But I'm like, no, we did a lot. I would do it again. I loved it. I had so much fun.
Yeah. Or like a lot of people go to Vegas to drink, gamble, and sit at the pool. And so like they're doing a lot of that. But
Yeah.
I don't know, the last few times we've gone, I've been more into the shows. I'm like, I want to go see like some of the shows that are going on.
Yeah.
But
No, it was fun. I loved it. I think in just the quality time that we had of just being there.
Yeah.
I loved it. I love the whole thing. I think about it all the time. I'm like, ugh, I want to go back.
what was that restaurant that you found and took us to where they're mean.
Dick's Last
or
Resort.
something?
Yeah, Dick's Last Resort. That was hilarious. Oh my
That was
gosh.
That was fun.
Yeah, I did not expect that. But
People listening who have been to Vegas know Dick's Last Resort, or I guess if they've been there, it's like if you know, you know.
yeah,
But if you don't know what we're talking about,
Look it up.
holy man.
it's in the, it's in the
it's
Excalibur.
unique.
It's very unique. I just remember looking at you two being like, okay, they're paid to act this way. Do
Yeah.
not take anything personal. Like, this is the whole point of this place.
Yeah, Maggie's like, I'm about to
I'm
walk
like-
in there with my gay friends, and they're going to let them have it.
And they
no,
lumped
that was
Maggie
mine.
in with the lesbians
Yeah,
because they write these
that
like
was the
sayings
material
on these
they
hats.
had. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although,
it was
why
good.
didn't they go? I don't know why they didn't go the redhead route, but
Um,
Yeah, I don't know.
you know.
you didn't mention we did Magic Mike show, did you?
Oh
Mm-mm.
yeah, we did so much.
How'd you
Love
forget?
Magic Mike. I would go see that again.
Yeah.
Went to a drag show.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That night was fun.
I forgot about that too. Because you got us like, we had to wear like neon or something
Yeah.
to get a free drink or something.
Yeah, I think it was a lesbian bar.
Yeah, but it was, I don't know. I thought that bar was pretty cool because you could tell it was a good mix. It kind of reminded me of Rumors.
Yeah.
Like it was labeled a gay bar, but it wasn't like 100%
Oh yeah.
gay people.
Everybody's
which,
there.
I think
that's
I
fine
think we
too,
went to
but-
that after Magic Mike.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't remember the exact events, but I remember it was a great time.
Yeah, it was fun. I loved it.
Yeah, I love
The whole
Vegas.
thing.
I love Vegas so much. Even when we were watching CSI, I was like, man, I don't know why,
yeah.
but I love Vegas.
And we did hang by the pool also.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm sure there's a couple other things. But you know, one thing that I remember about you mentioned laying up or laying, you know, awake at night till 3 a.m. or whatever. Part of it might have been excitement, but part of it might also been when we went to like the Golden Nugget and that part of Vegas. There's so many freaking lights. It feels like daytime. So
Yeah.
your brain's
oh
like
yeah,
wigged out
Fremont
on
Street.
Yeah, Fremont. There you go.
I love Fremont.
Yeah, no, I just remember being like, this is wild. I see why people don't sleep.
Yeah.
Like it made sense as you know, the wee hours of the morning are coming, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
Do
Did
you
you
know-
also get to know why there's the phrase "what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas"?
I think so.
Maybe a time or two.
We didn't do anything too crazy, but there was a couple
We
things.
didn't do anything crazy.
Definitely stays off the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of one particular thing that happened, but I did put it on TikTok for a quick hot second.
Oh, well, maybe we'll have to talk
Go
about
see
this
my
offline.
Go see my TikTok, I guess. Anyway, Chels?
Oh, I saw it.
Before we leave the Vegas topic, I wanted to ask, do you know what Las Vegas's nickname is?
Sin City.
Yeah. So anyway, okay.
Nobody won any money when we were there, did we?
No,
We didn't really. Did we even really gamble much?
I think
no,
one of
I
us
think
played
we
one slot.
did. Yeah, I think we both, or we all might have done a slot or two. I
Yeah.
think I had we all had a limit.
Yeah. Probably mine was
So,
$20.
Yeah. I know I blew my $20-$30 immediately. So I was like, well, that was fun.
Yeah.
We're
Let's go
what you
get another
call
drink.
low rollers.
Yeah. Well, and my problem is I love blackjack. Like I could play all night, but
Yeah.
most of the time now the tables are like $10 a hand. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so I could literally play 2 hands and be done with $20. That's not worth it to me. So then I go to the slot machine because I can get a few more, button pushes or whatever. But just the act of gambling, like out of all the games, I'd rather be playing blackjack, and it just costs too
Yeah.
much for me to like make it worth it. But
Right.
that's why we need to have blackjack tea parties.
Oh, that was so fun. That one time.
We did it twice.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. But anyway, my favorite 3 Amigas memory is, or trip, adventure. What was my question? Adventure. Man, there's so many to choose from, but I think I actually really enjoyed our New Mexico road trip, and more specifically the White Sands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was just really spectacular, and like just to be sharing it with you two, I was like, this is kind of amazing. Like, I don't know if I'll ever see anything like quite like this in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that was just fun road trip. You know, traveling with the 3 of us is pretty easy, goes pretty easy. It's pretty fun, but it's pretty like, you know, it's just like no one, I don't know, it just, it flows, you know.
Yeah.
Maggie spends most of the time laughing at us, and
I do.
we try to find out why Maggie's laughing.
Usually I know why.
Usually she's laughing
Yes.
at you.
Because Maggie and I will like
Yes.
exchange glances and faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, they single me out all the time.
Get out.
I think it, you know, that there we share that triangle. It happens each way.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
but I think it
definitely
happens
feel like
most between you two. I think it's already happened a couple of times on this episode.
I know one of them. I had to look back at the computer to see Maggie's reaction because I knew she would love it. But I had to go out of the room to, what was I getting? Oh, I was getting headphones. And there was no space between your chair and our bed for me to get through. So I just jumped across the bed.
Yeah, the whole
Dove onto
bed,
the
like I could hear it move.
I was like, Maggie's going to love this.
Oh my God. It was so funny. The way you dove. I was like, oh my God.
And it's always being silly. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, that could probably be it. I mean, I know we could probably do this for a while. Our FaceTime calls last like 4 hours, so
Do we have one scheduled?
no, we need to schedule one.
Can we schedule
We'll schedule one. Yeah.
Okay.
right after this call?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
call us back.
No, we can
I'm
just
not hanging up.
no, we can just be on here.
Oh.
I'll just cut the recording. Anyway, yeah.
That makes
Wait,
sense.
so we gotta go, guys, because we gotta schedule our FaceTime call.
Okay.
But yeah, that was fun. Let's
Love
do it
it.
again
Good.
next year. And
Let's do it.
Oh, before I go, I would like to thank Maggie for being here and Emma for being here. I'd like to
Call
thank
me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner.
You got it. I'd like to thank my lifetime sponsor, my mother. Thank you, Mother. She is slaving away lately, and AZ Chimney Cakes, it's looking good. I like what she's done with the place, and it's only
Good.
getting better. And well, this episode will have aired, but today she starts extending Saturday hours. So if you're hearing this and you're local and it's Saturday and it's at least noon, you can go right on in and get yourself a chimney cake.
I have to say, I think she also did a great job hiring that new staff person on Sundays.
Oh, yeah, that new Sunday person.
Yeah. Yep.
She's pretty cute.
That'll do good.
She's pretty cute. Anyway, no, it's yeah, things are looking good over there. So, like I said,
Good.
if you're local, head on in, have a visit. What else do I do? Oh, if you want more from me, please go to my website, chelseabcoaching.com. You could check me out on Instagram as well at chelseabcoaching. This podcast has an Instagram page. It's called My Wife's Unavailable. So check that out for any podcast updates. I'm on Facebook, Prioritize You LLC. And what else do I say, guys?
Buy me a coffee.
Oh, yeah. If you would like to sponsor. Oh, my gosh. Thank you for reminding me. I had a sponsor. My sister Devin sponsored this episode.
Thank you,
Thank
Devin.
you, Devin.
Oh.
Yeah. And if you too would like to sponsor an episode, go to buymeacoffee.com/mywifesunavailable. Is there anything else? I forgot my notes, so I asked these guys to help me remember.
I feel like you did a fantastic job.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Getting really good at this.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, that's a wrap. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.